First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield off the play fake. That's caught right side by Mims. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Denzel Mims, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations. 2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throw left side, complete to Burnett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Browns first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Cleveland. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Powers through him. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 3-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just the 1 misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And shedding through the tackle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover yourself. So make sure.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And again, it's Chubb. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on 1st down, now here's 2nd down.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
That catch good for only a couple. Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Now he's flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cardinals are right back in this football game.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 142 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. On play action, it's Murray. Being chased out left. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Murray's got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Fires the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Kings. I come again. Regular. You got tight right there.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Denzel Mims, 81 yards. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Cohen gets it again on second.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. First down, a run with Cohen.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the